Hi, I'm Angie Redmond. I'm your instructor for the class. I'm going to take just a few minutes to show you around our Canvas classroom. So I'm already logged on and I'm here at the home screen in our Canvas site. From the home screen, there's some really important information. So before I click on anything, I just want to show you what's here. Starting with over here on the right-hand side, this to-do list can be really, really helpful. It's a quick list of what you've got coming due in the Canvas classroom. It does have some WAMAP dates as well. WAMAP is the site where the optional homework lives, our Monday quizzes live there, and our midterm and final exam with reviews live there as well. So a lot of your exercise type work lives in WAMAP, this free site. So you'll see that listed here as well. But this is a really nice way to get an overview of what you've got coming due, starting with the first day of class on September 21st. The other place that you can get a great overview is to go to the calendar, which is all the way over here on the left-hand side. So if I click on the calendar, I'm going to see those same tasks listed in a calendar form. So I've got those listed here as well. You'll notice here on the calendar that our due dates are only ever a Monday, a Wednesday, or a Friday. There's a couple of exceptions. Veterans Day is coming up. That's on a Monday. So I do move a Monday quiz to Tuesday, but for the most part, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are when you can expect to have something due. So I can go ahead and move ahead and you'll see that I've got several due dates posted already, including our midterm coming up on October 28th. That's a long ways away, but it's nice to know that it's coming up. You'll notice that the pattern here is pretty consistent. So we've got quizzes due every Monday in WAMAP. There are some discussion board assignments due in Canvas. The homework in WAMAP is optional except for the reviews. So you've got a midterm review. You've got to get a 75% on that before you can access the midterm. Same with the final exam. There's more information about these in the Canvas site, so you can go to the Getting Started module, but know that these are online exams. You can use any of your resources. You just need to work alone. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the home page for the class. You'll also notice here, while we're over here on these other tabs, that there's an inbox. I'm not going to click on it because I'm logged on as a test student right now and it's not active, but this inbox is where you'll receive messages from me, but also a really great place to send me a private message. So you can send me a message here. I get it both in the Canvas inbox, but it also goes to my school email. So I'm sure to see it. Do know though that I only respond, or I mostly respond to messages Monday through Friday in the mornings. So if you do have something, you're sending me a message, maybe 10 o'clock at night, maybe 2 in the morning, just know that I'll get to it the following morning if it's a weekday. I'm not always online on the weekends either. So you do need to plan just a little bit ahead if you're looking for something back from me, but pretty consistent Monday through Friday in the mornings. Most of the information for the classes and modules, we're going to get to that in a minute. WAMAP, this is a link that takes you to that free site where all of your optional homework lives, the Monday quizzes, the review assignments, and the midterm and final. I'm going to click on this next tab though. This is a really great library of video solutions that I've made for students in the past. So you very well might see a homework question show up here that you have as you're working through some material. The homework questions are doubled up in the quizzes. So if you're working through a quiz and you've got a question, you've got 3 tries, you can go back here and see if you can't find a solution that I made for another student. If you don't see a solution video here and you'd like to see one, or maybe the one that you see for your question doesn't quite address what you've got a question about, look for this message instructor at the bottom of every homework question. They don't show up in the quizzes, but you can find a similar homework question that's linked to all the quiz questions. Click on that message instructor button and it sends me a message directly, and you've got a place that you can type a little question to for me. So really, really great resource. You can thank all the students in the past that have asked me questions. Please ask me questions. Even if yours is here, if you've got a question about that, I'm happy to make another video. So this is just a really great library for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on modules. So in the modules, take some time before class starts or after class starts, but very soon in the quarter to work through everything in these getting started modules. There's information about the required calculator. The calculator is a really important tool for this class, but I don't expect you to purchase one. So there's a lot of different options. Really inexpensive apps for the phone. Graph Calc 83 is a great one for iPhones. For the Android, there's the Wabbit EMU. There's also an app for the Chromebook if you're using a Chromebook. But even better, both the OMAC and Wenatchee WVC libraries have these available for checkout, including curbside service. So you can go ahead and click on that for more information. But you do need to get your hands on one of these calculators. It's really, really helpful. We can click the next button to continue to work through the required materials. There's really not much. WAMAP is required, but it's completely free, and there's a module dedicated to how to get registered. There's also an optional textbook. You don't need it. So my class is largely based on this text. It doesn't matter which edition you get. I recommend you get an old edition, but do 6th edition or newer. The older editions attack hypothesis testing later in the quarter just too differently. It's going to throw you off. Most students, though, find that they're very successful without the textbook. So if you want one, they're available to purchase. They are not at our bookstore, though, so you will need to go through Amazon or something like that. In addition to that information, there's information on how to contact me. There's a picture of my family. From last year, this was at a wedding when the world was open. So it's always fun to look at that picture and a couple ways that you can contact me. So some really good information. This is in the first Getting Started module. If we go back to the modules, actually, let me go back here. The syllabus is also there. I encourage you to click on that syllabus, read through it, maybe even print it out. There is a quiz over the Getting Started material. As long as you've read through the information, you're going to do great on the quiz, just an easy set of points, but you do need to get through all the material. What's nice about these modules is that you can collapse them. So once you're done, you can go ahead and click on the arrow up on top to collapse that. Here's how to get registered for WAMAP. Like I said, it's completely free. I've got a tutorial here so that you know how it works. Also take a look at the late passes. Everybody has a couple of late passes to start the quarter off with. Know how those work as well so that you know how to navigate the WAMAP site. And then some more information about that online midterm and final exam that we've got coming up. The last Getting Started module, this is before we're even into the course material, right, is the All About Math 146 online quiz. It's only 5 points. If you've read through the material, if you paid attention at all in the Getting Started modules, you'll get the 5 points easily. You've got 2 tries. So this just goes over the material in the Getting Started modules up above. Okay, let's collapse that guy. Now we finally get to the first module. It's a really typical week. Our weeks normally go from Tuesday to the following Monday, ending with a quiz in WAMAP. This one starts on Monday because this is the start of the quarter. They all have a weekly overview. So just a really nice place for you to go and see what the heck am I learning, what's expected of me this week. So a nice place just to get an overview of what is coming up. As I go back here, most of our weeks also have a discussion board activity, some kind of a Canvas activity. Not all, but most. This one has our biography discussion board. You'll notice the due date is right there underneath the discussion board name. This one has a post and a reply. And I want to know just a little bit about yourself. This is to introduce yourself not just to me, but to your fellow students. And what did you miss most about your life pre-COVID? There's also a quick little tutorial that shows you how to post a photo. It's really fun to see photos from people. There's mine, me and my dog. So if you are doing your own post, you want to grab this reply box that's located right below the instructions. That's going to get your original post in there. Hi, my name is Angie, if I can spell it. This is the best class ever. No need to brown nose, but it's always helpful. Okay, I'm going to cancel that. If you want to attach a photo, this would be the place to do it as well. For the reply to a fellow student, you just want to grab one of their posts. Look for the reply box at the bottom of the post. If you click on that, it's going to turn into a text box, and you can go ahead and type your reply and then hit post. So that's how those work. Back into the week 1 module. So we have the overview. We've got the discussion board. We also have these videos. So all of the weeks contain videos that I have created that are directly aligned with the quiz and the homework for the week in WAMAP. So do watch all of these. I get really great feedback about these. For a lot of these, let's see, here it is. A lot of these have a worksheet that go along with. I encourage you to print that first if you can. It's just nice so you don't have to copy everything down, but those worksheets are available. Some of them also contain slides, especially if we've got a lot of definitions or something to go through. So we've got a couple of videos each week. So do expect to be spending, maybe somewhere between 3 and 7 hours a week. If you were in class on campus, you would be in class 5 hours a week, right? Plus a little bit for homework. So do definitely manage your time so that you're dedicating some time to each of your classes. Okay, so this week also has a Datability Survey. This is a survey, just a quick little survey, but a great way to get some data collected that we're going to be using throughout the quarter. And then a reminder that you've got the WAMAP quiz due the following Monday. Once you're done with this week, again, you can go ahead and collapse it and start in on the next week. Feel free to work ahead. I do tend to keep you pretty busy, but you're really looking for those due dates on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays being the most common due date with those Monday quizzes. And week 2, again, you've got your overview. There's a discussion board activity. This time it's the extra credit discussion board, which is great. A couple of lecture videos and a Canvas activity. And then the WAMAP quiz. For the WAMAP quizzes, you do have a couple of attempts. I believe it's 3 attempts. And they are linked to the homework. So the homework questions, if you do all the homework, the quiz is going to be super easy. You don't have to do all the homework. It's optional. But if you want some practice, sometimes students will take the quiz once, go back and find some homework questions, work until they figure those out, and then go ahead and rework that quiz. So 3 tries on those quizzes. So some really good information here. Please let me know if you've got any questions about any of the material. I didn't go over this tables and tools tab. It takes you to some material that we're going to use later on in the quarter. So you don't need to worry about that. Oh, it's been well, I guess I'll fix it. It's not available yet. So really don't worry about it, but I'll make sure it's available. We don't need it actually until after the midterm. So don't worry about that one yet. If you've got any questions, let me know. Drop me a line in the inbox. Even if you just want to say hello, I would love to hear from you. And I look forward to working with each of you.